Hi, we're here today to talk about Wi-Fi. Bart Lanzalotti with We Do It, IT USA, right?
We do IT USA.
That's it,
Yes.
Okay. Bart's a local expert on how to improve Wi-Fi in your home. And I thought, since I have a lot of clients that talk to me about why their Wi-Fi is not working or it's slow, or hey, even do we have Wi-Fi in this area? And do we have a lot of people that work out of their home or home office or other various reasons? Gosh, gaming, we need Wi-Fi, right? So Bart's here to talk about that. And one thing I learned from Bart is that it's different signals based on whether it's an older home or a newer home. So let's talk about that, Bart.
Good. So depending on the age of your home, you can have different materials in the walls. And so like my grandparents' house has plaster and lath, but the lath is metal. So getting a good Wi-Fi signal through their entire house is a challenge because the metal blocks the Wi-Fi.
So how do you take care of that in an older home? What's like how old is your grandparents' home?
It was built in like the 50s.
Okay, so a 1950s house. Yep. And did you know that almost 48% of all of the Manchester area, we have housing that was dated prior to 1950? So a lot of our houses in this area would fit into this category, I would think.
Back it up a little bit, like the simplest thing you can do to improve the Wi-Fi in your house is to just make sure that the Wi-Fi router, which is provided by Comcast or Fairpoint around here, is put in a central location in your house. The Wi-Fi comes off in a bit of a ring, basically, in a bubble around it. So if it's all the way in your living room and your kitchen's at the other end of your house, then the Wi-Fi isn't going to be that good.
So do you need more than one thing to transfer that signal or something?
If you have a larger house, absolutely. That's the easiest thing to do. You can either do a whole separate network and have multiple access points. That's what the Wi-Fi devices are called. And then you could have one at your kitchen and one down by the living room, or so if your house is 70 feet long, which might sound crazy, but it's not out of the question, you'll probably need two.
Okay, and so what about a newer home?
The materials in newer homes don't tend to interfere with the Wi-Fi as much, but again, it comes down to a size thing. So if you've got a 1,000 to 2,000 square foot house, you're probably okay with one access point. But if you start getting into the bigger homes, the 3, 4, and up, you'll need more access points just because of the distance. If you have a multi-story house, that can affect it as well. If you want to have Wi-Fi in your basement and on the second floor, that may be a challenge that you might need more than one access point.
Okay, so access points, what are these things?
Most people will just call it a router,
Okay.
but there's a couple, they're made by a lot of different companies. I like Ubiquiti. We put those in your house and they've been great.
They have.
I use those at all the companies. I use them at my house. They look like little flying saucers, so they're pretty innocuous and they blend into your house nicely.
And so how does that work? Does that like feed like a signal from one point to the next throughout the house, coming from the main source?
So the ones we used at your house are wired. There's actually a wire that goes from that back to the cable modem that Comcast has. And that's how the business type stuff works. Ubiquiti has recently released a product line called Amplify that they will sell you a small box that is very modern looking that you can put centrally in your house, and then they have other devices that you simply plug into the outlets around your house that have antennas and they repeat the signal for you. They don't work as well as a wired solution, but for your average homeowner, they're great and way easier to install because there's no real wires to run. You can just... So
it's something that the average Joe could do, or Jane?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. There you go. There's a DIY, do-it-yourself fix for improving your Wi-Fi. But here's the thing. Bart Lanzalotti is on staff here at the Damon home team. He's our technical guy, takes care of all of our IT work, and he has put himself out there to be available to answer your questions. How could they reach you, Bart, if they had questions?
They can email me at bart@wedoitusa.com.
Thank you. Have a great day. Hope this was helpful. So if you're interested in seeing more videos from the Damon home team, like us, share us, and comment below. And if you have specific questions pertaining to Wi-Fi, comment below as well, and Bart will be happy to respond.
Absolutely.
Thank you.